This is the Remunerative Individuals Show, where creativity, culture, and collaboration come together. Today we dive deep into the world of artistry with an exclusive conversation featuring the thought-provoking wordsmith, CeCe the Poet. Join us as we explore the art of storytelling, the power of words, and what it means to live a life that is both inspired and impactful. We hope you enjoy.
What's up, guys? This is your host, SamSei. Today we have a great interview here with the magical CeCe the Poet. CeCe the Poet is a founder of Sound on the Hill. She's a curator and artist here in the city of Huntsville, has quite the background here. Give us a little bit about yourself.
Well, like you said, my name is CeCe. My real name is Christian. I have been in Huntsville since 2013. Started Sound on the Hill in 2017 as a way to highlight artists around the area. And now, this week actually makes year 7.
I can really tell you, I can attest to like the level of comfortability that I had myself. This is someone who had opened the door for me that I hadn't explored, just in my artistry and performing, and someone who's inspired my business goals and artistic goals. So really pleasure to talk with you today.
You too. Thank you so much.
So what is a day in the life of CeCe the Poet like? Like, how does that look? In my head, I'm thinking you wake up in the morning and it says magical. Like you get the pen and it says like...
I think it's the opposite. I think I'm a regular person. I don't know. So I wake up, I have a 9 to 5. So I go to my 9 to 5. And after that, it flips into Sound on the Hill. So I kind of have a dual life. It's hard work. It's not as easy as people think. I don't write every day. I try to.
Okay.
Just to rid the idea of writer's block. But I don't know. I think I have regular days like everybody else. Some days are good, some days are bad, some days are in between. You got to work your way through, mellow it out.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. So where are you from?
I'm originally from Mobile.
Okay.
Yeah, Mobile, Alabama. Born and raised.
Got you. Yeah. It's pretty dope. So, what is your first entrepreneurial experiences? Like, did you just start with Sound on the Hill, or did you have any trials or any dabbles or anything before?
Well, I've been creative my whole life. I've been writing since I was 10 years old. I wrote my first play for my church when I was 16.
Oh.
Yeah, wrote the play, directed the play, everything. My uncle is a pastor, so he kind of gave me free will to do whatever I wanted throughout the church. Okay. I've been in choirs my whole life, from elementary school all the way up to college. I actually got a scholarship to go to A&M through Alabama A&M's choir. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Any unexpected ways your poetry has affected like your approach to branding and how you shape that and go about it?
My poetry, I approach poetry in multiple ways. Sometimes it's personal. Other times it's based on the experiences that I've had throughout my personal life and within the community. I like writing scripts and things like that. So some of them are stories that people may think are true. But yeah, I think the way that it affects my brand is I feel like you can tell what type of mood that I'm in based on the creativeness that's going out towards my brand.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. I think that's a key right there in itself. The feeling of your poetry and the feeling of the brand that the brand gives to the people. I think that's pretty significant.
For sure.
Can we do a little deep dive into a business journey? I really want to get into that. I would really like that portion.
Let's go.
How did you come up with the idea of Sound on the Hill? Like, Where did that come from? How did you?
So I was in college, and in order to graduate, I needed an internship. At the time, the only options that we really had were news and radio separately. And I felt like news was kind of restricted for my personality, like a little bit limited as far as being a black woman. Radio, I love the radio, I love music. So that was definitely something that I thought about, but I wanted to figure out a way to put the two together and also include entertainment and include being able to highlight my friends and artists that I met throughout the city. So I created my own internship. I was given the opportunity by a lady named Krista Dees. I love her so much. She had a venue here, a business here, and she allowed me and my friends to come and basically do interviews at her business. So in college, I was able to write down her business as my internship, but that entire time I was creating Sound on the Hill. So it started off as far as like being kind of like podcast style or news style. It switched over to that, to us networking throughout the city, and then more people just finding out about us, highlighting different artists and businesses, and it just grew from there.
Wow, that's dope.
Yeah,
so,
and still growing.
Yeah, exactly. So that kind of ties into this next question. Can you share some key turning points or milestones in your journey?
I will say that everybody's journey is different. And I never thought when I first started this that I would be in year 7 right now. It was definitely a way for me to figure out myself. So this journey is definitely me finding myself within it. So there's multiple turning points and transitions, and you just have to figure out your own way to maneuver throughout them.
Right.
There's no right way, there's no wrong way. Like, I make mistakes, and I do my best to try to fix them going through, and just continuing to learn and not being afraid to learn and grow.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Because I think people stop because there's a certain fear that comes with growth. And I've experienced that fear multiple times, and it just means that you're doing something right with growing pains.
Yeah.
So
Growing pains.
Yeah.
Okay. So what are some of your inspirations? Like, what inspires you to keep doing that?
My inspirations, one, are definitely the community and the people that are around me. I've had the opportunity to meet so many different artists and just talented, genuine people. And that definitely keeps me going and inspires me, because I've seen the growth not only in myself, but throughout the people that have been surrounding me. I love Nikki Giovanni. I love jazz music, Miles Davis. I love anything dealing with fine arts.
Right.
So those have been my inspirations getting through the days.
Monday to Friday, I dey hustle. Monday to Friday, they know it, so they want to stab me. They know it, so they want to stab me. Share it, kilo one, share it. Bere, kilo one, bere. I just want to get money, I just I just want to make it up.
Okay. Nice. So, tell us some keys on why branding and building a community around that is so important. How do you think that kind of two-part question impacts the community?
Well, I guess I didn't realize that how I was building the community. Like I knew I had a goal to highlight as many artists as possible, but I never knew that it would feel like family.
Right.
Because I have family up here, not many, but most of my family is back in Mobile. But to see creatives have a safe space to go to, and that's with any of my events,
Yep.
and to see how people are able to network genuinely with each other, even if it's not including me, that's something that I could have never fathomed.
Right.
Like that's something that just happened naturally. And I think with branding, the benefits of having a great brand is to let things come natural
Right. Yeah.
to you. Like if it feels like you putting too much pressure on it, then you should make the decision to move forward and do something else that you feel like is best for you.
Right.
Because even with things that I do, a lot of people may not agree with the way that I do things or the people that are around me, and that's okay because it's not, nothing is for anybody.
Right.
Everybody.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you have to find what's best for you.
Yep.
And doing that, you'll find the best you,
You're right.
which creates a beautiful brand.
Yeah. Oh, that's wonderful. I really like how you just put that though. What are some ways that you stay innovative and stay competitive, and how do you manage that?
I hate the competitive word. I
mean,
know, but I know it. You know, that's in this industry.
Right. I mean, well,
I don't know.
Some things are classified as a free market society. You know,
Yeah.
America especially likes to classify themselves as having a capitalist free market, you know, society. So the more competitive you can be, you know, the more appreciating it would be to you. So, you know, just kind of in that light, how does that?
Yeah, and I'm still figuring that part of things out. I think right now I've just been enjoying just being as creative as possible.
Right.
Because it's been a lot of times where in building a brand you kind of forget about your personal brand, like you.
Yep.
And it's a lot of things that I haven't done in a while just based on my focus being so much on Sound on the Hill and things like that. So I don't know, you just continue to be creative, continue to push yourself. Your biggest competitor is yourself.
Right.
So you just gotta move towards that.
Yep.
And if you can beat yourself, then somebody's gonna notice what you're doing.
Right,
and
right.
somebody's gonna be entertained and intrigued and inspired.
Yeah.
And that's what matters. Like, because you can compete all day, but in competing, it's really draining your genuine energy.
Right. Exactly.
You know, so you might as well move with the energy that you know.
Yep. Yeah. And I think that allows for innovation in itself.
Absolutely.
A lot of those things come easier, like you said. So
Yeah.
I definitely agree with that. Who are some of your mentors and figures you look to? Like just in general, music, you know, business, any of that.
So I think for poetry, I wouldn't be writing or on any stage if it wasn't for a lady named Erica Massey.
Okay.
She was my teacher in high school. I didn't have a bad childhood, but I think I had a very mature childhood, and I didn't know how to really express that, and she gave me opportunities to do that. And I've always just looked up to her just based on the energy that she gave her children in her class teaching, and that just always stuck with me. And I definitely look at her as an inspiration. As far as, I don't think I have like just one main mentor, but I have a strong mother. My dad passed away, but he was definitely an inspiration for me and believed in everything that I did. Family is really big to me, so my grandmother And yeah.
Nice. So what is, kind of going back to impact, what are some of the most rewarding things like that you feel sometimes with doing your poetry and creating that outlet?
Accomplishing it. Like, you know how you worry so much about putting something new together because you don't know how people are going to receive it, or you don't know if you're going to reach the expectations that you had for an event or for a performance, anything. So you put your work in, you practice, and then you put yourself out there, which means that you're being vulnerable with whoever's watching you. And then it's a success.
Right.
And so now you're like, why was I tripping? Like,
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest impact. Like, just sitting back and like believing in yourself. Like, you did this. Why were you worrying?
Right.
So that always touches me, and that always makes me look forward to any endeavor that I put myself towards, and especially with my team. Like, it's a lot of obstacles that we go through, but we always get through them because, we just meant to do that.
Right. Thank you guys for tuning in. I highly appreciate y'all watching. Everything, all the information and details will be below at the end of the video. We will have credits on everyone who had participated and got everything together for us. Had a great, outstanding interview with CeCeThePoet. More to come. This is just the beginning. Again, I'm SamSei. You can follow me on IG at RealSamSei. Check me out. Peace.